Hello, can we practice speaking skills?
Yes, absolutely. I'd be happy to practice speaking skills with you. To make this practice effective, let's consider a few approaches. Possible practice scenarios. Casual conversation. We can start with a simple, everyday conversation. We can discuss your day, your interests, or current events. This will help with fluency and natural speech patterns. Topic-based discussion. I can suggest a topic, and we can discuss it. This will help with vocabulary, expressing opinions, and organizing thoughts. Role-playing. We can role-play different scenarios, such as ordering food at a restaurant, having a job interview, or giving a presentation. This will help with practical communication skills. Storytelling. You could tell me a story, and I will listen, and then we can discuss the story. This will help with narrative skills. Pronunciation practice. If you have specific pronunciation challenges, we can work on those. To begin, how would you like to start? For example, let's just have a casual conversation. Can we discuss the topic of your chosen topic? Let's try a role-playing scenario. I'm ready when you are.
Let's just have a casual conversation for seminars. Then after that,
Okay, great. Let's have a casual conversation, but with a slight focus on the kind of language you might use in seminars. This means we can aim for clarity, conciseness, and a slightly more formal tone when appropriate. So, to start us off, tell me, what kinds of seminars are you typically involved in or interested in? What's something you've learned recently that you found particularly interesting? This will give us a good starting point for a conversational flow that's relevant to seminar-style interactions.
it will be interesting English seminars where you
Excellent. English seminars offer a wide range of topics. To keep this conversation flowing naturally, let's try a few things. 1. What aspects of English interest you most? Literature, linguistics, creative writing, or perhaps the history of the language? 2. Have you attended any interesting English seminars recently, or are there any upcoming ones you're looking forward to? 3. If you were to give a seminar on an English-related topic, what would it be about? By exploring these questions, we can practice expressing ideas and opinions in a way that's suitable for a seminar setting. We can focus on clear articulation, using relevant vocabulary, and structuring our thoughts logically.
these all are very interesting, like literature, linguistics, wonderful, creative writing.
That's a fantastic range of interests. You've touched on some very rich areas within English studies. Let's break those down a bit and explore them. Scholarly academic language. It sounds like you're interested in the kind of language used in academic discussions and research. This often involves precise vocabulary, nuanced arguments, and the ability to analyze complex texts. Literacy. This is a broad topic, encompassing everything from basic reading and writing skills to the social and cultural implications of literacy. We could discuss the importance of literacy in today's world, or the challenges of promoting literacy in different communities. Linguistics. This is the scientific study of language, covering everything from phonetics and grammar to sociolinguistics and historical linguistics. We could discuss a specific linguistic concept, such as how language changes over time, or the relationship between language and thought. Creative writing. This involves the art of crafting stories, poems, and other forms of imaginative writing. We could discuss different creative writing techniques, or the process of developing a story idea. To make this conversation more interactive, tell me, which of these areas do you find most compelling at the moment? Do you have any questions relating to any of these areas? Do you have any thoughts on a book you have recently read? For example, you could say, I'm particularly interested in how linguistics can help us understand the evolution of literature. Or, I've been thinking a lot about the role of creative writing in promoting empathy.
Yes, I would like to know that how linguistics evolve over time.
Okay, excellent question. How has linguistics evolved? Is a fascinating topic. Let's explore that. Linguistics has evolved significantly over time, shifting from a primarily philological, historical text analysis, focus to a more scientific and interdisciplinary field. Here's a simplified overview. Classical and historical linguistics. Early linguistics focused on comparing languages and tracing their historical development, identifying language families. Think of scholars comparing Latin, Greek, and Sanskrit to understand the Indo-European language family. Structural linguistics, 20th century. Ferdinand de Saussure's work revolutionized linguistics by emphasizing the systematic nature of language. Structuralists focused on analyzing the internal structure of languages, examining how sounds, words, and sentences relate to each other. This era focused on the system of language. Generative linguistics, mid-20th century. Noam Chomsky's theories transformed linguistics by proposing that humans have an innate ability to acquire language. Generative linguistics focuses on the underlying rules and principles that govern language, seeking to explain how humans can produce and understand an infinite number of sentences. This era focused on the mind's role in language. Sociolinguistics and psycholinguistics, late 20th century present. These fields explore the relationship between language and society, sociolinguistics, and language, and the mind, psycholinguistics. Sociolinguistics examines how factors like social class, gender, and ethnicity influence language use. Psycholinguistics studies how humans acquire, process, and produce language. Computational linguistics and corpus linguistics, present. With the rise of computers, linguistics has embraced computational methods for analyzing large amounts of language data. Computational linguistics develops computer programs that can process and understand language. Corpus linguistics analyzes large databases of language. These fields focus on the use of computers to study language. Key evolutions. From historical comparison to structural analysis. From focusing on written texts to studying spoken language. From prescriptive rules to descriptive analysis. From focusing on the structure of language to how humans use and process language. The use of technology to analyze language. Do you have any specific aspects of this evolution that you'd like to explore further? Or perhaps you'd like to discuss a particular linguistic theory or scholar?